Okay. Wash your hands.
And stay
Stay
safe.
safe.
Okay, for real. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of In the Mood TV. My name is Iris.
And this is Josh.
Due to recent circumstances, many of us have been forced to stay at home in quarantine. And while it is amusing to spend 24 hours with your loved ones, worrying about finances and having full custody of your children,
Since schools are closed,
and listening to your uncle's conspiracy theories,
we thought that perhaps you wanted something more exciting in your life right now.
We thought it would be an interesting challenge to come up with a pandemic or quarantine list for those who like to live on the edge.
So today we have a pandemic playlist of movies to watch through this quarantine time.
If you like more of this content, please don't forget to subscribe and check out our other videos. So let's begin.
For this playlist we have 4 categories: the honorary, the non-sci-fi, the zombies, and the alien category.
Right off the bat, we are going to do our honorary mentions. These are movies that we are personally not thrilled about, but people will comment about, or we love but don't think it fits this list. Number 1, Bird Box.
While this movie embodies the pandemic paranoia, we we don't care much about it. It's an okay movie, just an okay movie.
Number 2, Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
This movie is a great movie, but it focuses more in the relationship of Will and Caesar, our two main protagonists. This is another virus related movie where the pandemic sits in the background and gets forgotten.
Our next category is non sci fi. These are movies that fit the pandemic theme but have no supernatural elements, such as zombies or aliens. Number 1, Outbreak.
Outbreak follows the Medical Research Institute for Infectious Diseases trying to contain a virus that was transmitted by a monkey bite. While at many times inaccurate and cringeworthy, this movie has a good helicopter scene.
Plus, any movie with Morgan Freeman is approved by In the Mood TV. Number 2, Contagion.
This movie follows Patient Zero, the spread of the virus, as well as the US Center of Disease Control efforts to eradicate the pandemic. Contagion is a somewhat accurate of a movie to what a real pandemic can look like since it is based on an actual virus called the NIPAH. Interestingly enough, this virus is more deadly than the coronavirus, though less infectious.
Number 3, It Comes at Night.
We had a hard time putting this movie in any category since the it part is left for interpretation. Nevertheless, a familiar fear drives the plot. It Comes at Night is definitely an outstanding movie, but we must warn, it is quite depressing and hopeless.
Our next category is Zombies. This category needs no introduction, for it has some of the most iconic movies. Number 1, Night of the Living Dead, the remakes, and any other similar movies.
While iconic in the cinematography history, these movies are quite obvious, so we don't concentrate too much on them. At least not for this list.
Number 2, World War Z.
It's needless to say that pandemic outbreaks and zombies meet in this sweet middle to birth a realistic portray of zombie apocalyptic scenario.
Number 3, Quarantine 1 and 2.
While one is arguably better than the second one, Quarantine has this well balance of sci fi, supernatural, and horror elements packed in the 2000s found footage format.
Number 4, The Last Man on Earth. The Omega Man, I Am Legend.
Quite melancholic and at times tear jerking, The Last Man Standing, along with its loose remakes, shows the tragic end and the fragility of humanity succumbing to Mother's nature. Perhaps in another video we go in depth for these movies, since they're one of our favorites. But for the moment, we recommend all of them. But if you're not able to watch all of them, we definitely recommend The Last Man Standing. Obviously, the original.
Number 5, 28 Days Later, and the sequel, 28 Weeks Later.
Both movies are quite unique on their own, but together create a strong social commentary. Charming, aesthetically pleasing, and thrilling, these are one of our favorite zombie movies.
Our final category is Aliens. For this category, we are referencing any pandemic related movie due to extraterrestrial influence. Number 1, the 1951 movie The Thing from Another World, and the 1982 The Thing.
Both movies are master contributors of alien nightmares. The Thing will sure make you paranoid of everyone around you.
Number 2, the Alien franchise.
Guilty of waking every teenager's sexual curiosity, the Alien franchise is a more uplifting movie. Despite the fact that humans are particularly used as nurseries, they fight back and is a bit more action packed than any other movies in this list.
Plus, it has Sigourney Weaver. Around. Number 3, Crazies and its 2010 remake.
For the conspiracy theories that are always suspicious of the government during this type of crisis, this is the movie for you. Being completely honest, the remake is way better though.
Number 4, The Invasion of the Body Snatchers from 1956. The remake from 1978. The 1992 Body Snatchers. And the widely criticized 2007 film The Invasion.
Each movie brings its own spice to the table, but the 1978 version is by far the most superior. To explain each movie, we will need a video of its own, but if you can't watch all of them, I would say watch the 1978 version.
We have to admit that while creating this playlist, we found the sci-fi category more interesting than any other. But let us know which one is your favorite movie down below, or if we missed any other.
Thanks for watching, and remember, wash your hands and stay safe. Also, don't hurl the toilet paper. Should we do like all of this together?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
just waiting for my chair to stop fucking squeaking.
Sorry.
That's okay.
1, 2, 3.
Wash your hand.
I think I left you there.
1, 2, 3.
Let me stop. Let me stop laughing. Okay. 1, 2. Fuck.
Well, I already said it, so we can cut. No, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna do it again?
Yeah.